Hey folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to check out Heroes of Normandy. And it could possibly be Normandie, although that doesn't make much sense to me. But die is probably what I'm going to be doing anyway, so maybe I will call it Heroes of Normandie. It's probably Normandy. But yeah, I have no experience playing this game whatsoever. There is a board game of the same name, and this video game adaptation is, based off of that. So I have no experience playing the board game, and I have no experience playing the video game. So this is going to be a first impressions video. I'll be learning as I play. With that being said, you can find this game on Steam, I'm sure other places too, for about 30 bucks. So here's a look at the main menu that you can play the game. There's an editor, though it's coming soon. There's a game wiki, options, and rankings. Under the options menu, there's language, map scrolling, music, you can toggle that on or off, master volume, graphics. You can also change your current player. You have to actually create an account if you want to go online, play multiplayer, compare your points, and all that jazz. But I just went ahead and did that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to hit play. Now there's a tutorial, campaign, skirmish, multiplayer, German rogue, and US rogue. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. I don't know what the difference is between the campaign, the German rogue, and the US rogue. Maybe those are just separate campaigns, possibly, than the main one. But I think what I'm going to do today is check out the tutorial so I can learn how to play this game. In campaign mode, you can start or continue the chosen campaign. You will fight through 6 consecutive missions. Each mission will provide you a different set of units, weapons, and challenges. If you complete secondary objectives, you will be awarded additional gear for your next mission. If you still haven't played it, you really should complete the tutorial missions, the first 3 missions of the first US campaign. Alright, so it looks like it lets me know what the difficulty is, the duration, the initiative, primary objective. Okay. Play scenario. Commander, welcome to our camp. Alright, so there's an emergency of some sort. And this is Sergeant Brady. He really likes to take the jam out of my donut. What is it now, Brady? An enemy unit has been sighted near the river. It looks like a sabotage party. More like a welcoming party for our new commander, isn't it? They look odd, sir, like dumb targets, and they have tutorial written on their helmet. Alright, so the writers of this game definitely have a sense of humor. I can totally respect that. Alright, so I'm just going to skip the rest of this dialogue so we can get to the action here. Okay, primary objective. Your mission is to kill the enemy units. Alright, proceed. Now it's worth noting that I have the music turned off for the sake of the commentary and to prevent copyright issues, in case you were curious about that. Welcome to Heroes of Normandy, Commander. Let's start from the basics. Alright, in this game you command your units in turns. In each turn you go through the order, action, and supply phase. In the action phase, you move or fire with the units to which you gave an order. In the supply phase, you can move the units with no orders assigned. Here we have 2 units and 1 order, so let's give our fire team our only order. Alright, so I guess simply drag the unit on the order on the unit. Okay, so, oh, I see. Interesting. Good, since we had only 1 order to place, we have finished. Click on proceed. There we go. Alright. In the action phase, every unit with an order can move or fire if it has an eligible target. In this case, our unit cannot see the enemy unit. We have to move it, because I guess the line of sight with these trees here. Move the unit in the position shown on the map. Alright. Entering into a hedgerow, our unit has to stop. Okay. In this position, our unit has 2 advantages. It can see the enemy and it's in cover. The terrain it's in gives it a +2 to its defense. It sounds like this game is heavy on modifiers. A lot of these top-down war games are. If you want to check terrain properties, just right-click on it. Oh, okay. It'd be nice if I could just toggle little icons. Like, if there was some sort of option to toggle, like, I don't know, just toggle something on so I can see what each tile is just glancing at the battle without having to click on each square. It'd be nice just to see them all at once via some sort of toggle. But anyway, the hedgerow. Accessible only to infantry. This terrain offers great protection but halts infantry movement. You can gather info on pretty much everything by right-clicking. Alright, click proceed. Alright, so it looks like he's moving back. Now the enemy is in cover 2. But now let's go to the supply phase. Remember, in the supply phase, you can only move and never fire with units that receive no orders. Okay. Move your officer near the action. Alright, so we'll move it up here. It's kind of difficult to see past the... There we go. Click the proceed button to the next turn. Alright. Give the unit to fire. Alright. Do that. Proceed. But now the initiative is for the enemy. It goes back and forth from turn to turn so he can shoot. Oh. Wow, there's some dice rolling in this game. Okay, interesting. Now we can fire back. Let's shoot. As you can see, now there's perfect line of sight. All right. Drag the unit's weapon on your target. Oh, that's cool. Take a moment to review the info shown by the interface, then press the die. All right. So, die roll required to hit. Looks like a 4, 5, or a star. Weapon used in this combat. All right. And there's some numbers here. I wonder what they mean. I can't right-click on it right now from the looks of it. Enemy unit combat modifiers. Okay, so defense is 5. Terrain is +1. Your unit combat modifiers. Die roll, which we don't know yet. And firepower is 2. So this yellow 2 on the weapon is the attack strength then. Okay, so I guess we roll the dice then. Wow! I'm sure the tutorial had a hand in that. So I guess if my value is more than his, then, you know, I hit him. Your mission is to kill the enemy units. Alright, so it looks like I did that. Wonderful. Alright, looks like this is tutorial number 2, driving license. Okay. I'm just going to skip past the dialogue here. I'm anxious to get back to the action. I'd love to read it all to you, but A, I don't want to insult your intelligence, and B, I'm sure you guys want to see the gameplay, not me reading stuff. So now I have to kill all the enemy units. Okay, proceed. Small convoy of light vehicles. Alright, so it looks like I'll learn how to use a tank. Okay, so that's me down here. Simply drag the order on the tank. Alright, so similar to the infantry. Proceed. Alright, so he's now assigning orders to his units. One order is always a fake order, so only one of his units will be able to fire. Now let's take our tank to a vantage position. Alright. Move the front of the tank here. Oh, interesting. Now choose this direction for... Oh, that's cool, so I can actually turn the tank. Okay, and I'll simply click on the tank to confirm the move. Most tanks, like the Stuart, have 2 weapons and their machine gun. Can I fire on them? What the hell? Okay, so yeah, there's apparently some issues with the text in this game, but whatever. Now let's use it and fire on the Zundap. There is a -2 penalty for firing while on the move. Now let's see how this turns out. Drag the machine gun button on the target. Notice the -2 penalty and the magnetic colored values used for attacking a vehicle. So there's the die roll down there. It looks like to hit is a 4, 5, or star. Weapon used. I have a 3 attack strength. But the problem is, again, I moved, so I get -2 down here, fire on the move. Okay. Firepower. Base offensive value of the used weapon against that. Oh, that's weird. See, I thought the yellow number was the attack strength. All of a sudden now it's +2 instead of +3. Okay, I'm still a little confused about that, but alright. Just go ahead and roll the die and see what happens. Alright, another slaughter rifle. Destroyed. The wrecks are impassable to some units and obstruct the line of fire. Click Proceed. Okay, now the Germans will activate their unit with order number 1. The Puma. They're surely going to try to hit our tank. Ooh. Oh! There are different kinds of damage for a tank. You need 2 of a kind to destroy it, or a 6 on the damage roll. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Huh. And you can see that down here. 1 is crew, 2 is track, 3 is hull, 5 is cannon, and 6 is destroy. We have no units left, so let's skip to the supply phase. Click Proceed. Simply drag the order. Alright, did that. Did I not do that? There we go. Now this turn the enemy will move first, and he's going to shoot again with his last unit, the Puma. Alright, so he rolled a 2. He missed. Now we can return fire. Drag the cannon. Alright, so, okay, again, it's the red number instead of the yellow one for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is between the yellow number and the red number. Firepower. Again, so what's yellow then? Again, I can't seem to right-click. The red one says firepower. Alright, so I guess I'll roll this. 5. So I got 9 versus... Okay, excellent. So I did some damage. Okay, somehow I won. I didn't think I would because I thought I had to roll doubles or a 6 to destroy. Unless the Puma isn't considered a tank. I don't know. I mean, the tutorial is helpful in explaining some of the stuff, but it's missing some other things that I don't understand yet. But maybe the rest of the tutorial missions will fill in the gaps. Who knows? Okay, so let's just go ahead and try out scenario number 3, last day of school. Again, I'm going to skip this. Even though I do appreciate the dialogue, it's pretty funny, but... Alright, so now I have to kill all of the enemy units. We will now experiment assaults and indirect fire. Okay, we'll assault the enemy in this building first. Then we'll eliminate the other units inside this other building with a well-placed grenade. Let's begin. Oh, I have 2 orders this time. 1 and 2. Proceed. Assaulting is not easy, especially for targets in cover like this one. The cover bonus gets added to the infantry bonus. So we will have to suppress it, like in Real War. Remember, only some units have this ability. Drag the suppressive fire icon over the enemy unit. Alright, so now I have to click the die. 5, okay. So 9 to 8 from the looks of it. So it looks like I won that. Click the Proceed button to end your activation. A suppressed token means a -2 to every dice roll. Oh, that's useful. Makes sense then to like have 2 of these units together. One support, one fire, and then support goes first, pins him down, and then the other one just, you know, wails away. Oh. Took some hits. 6 to 6. What does that mean? Target unit has been eliminated. Okay, so if there's a tie, I guess I still die. Our unit was already wounded and only had 1 step, so it is eliminated. Oh, okay. Alright, so now I get to assault with this guy. Oh, so it's actually moving over to it. That's interesting. Notice both the -2 penalty for the suppressive fire and the fact that we roll 2 dice. Okay, so why do we roll 2 dice? Attacker wins. Defender takes a hit and retreats. Defender wins. Attacker takes a hit and stops. So why do we get 2 dice then? Like, again, I wish some of this was explained. What? Alright, well, I guess we'll roll the die. Well, I guess we won that, 8-5. Winning an assault is difficult. Always check the assault ability and the possibility to lay some suppressive fire before assaulting. Click Proceed. Now we need to prepare our bombing plan. Let's use the supply phase to get the grenades and position ourselves. Move your officer over the supply box. You found a supply box. Your unit now has 3 new grenades to use in this battle. If we now move this unit out of the building's window, next turn we'll be able to throw a grenade inside. Okay. Do we have a grenade here, though? Does the grenade from over here carry over to here? Or do I have to transfer the grenade from the officer over to this? I don't know. Again, some parts of the tutorial aren't explained all that well. I have a feeling that this is one of those games where you're just going to have to play it a long time and then just get used to all the little quirks that come up and get used to all the little behind-the-scenes stuff. Alright, so I got to move it near the window. Proceed. Can he shoot me from here, though? Like, when I die? Assign the first order to this unit. Our second order to the other. Okay. Good. Click the Proceed. This turn, the enemy has the initiative. Remember, initiative changes every turn. Yes. 7-4. So I took a hit, maybe? Our unit has been hit. But it has 2 steps, or life points, so it's still alive. Okay, so I guess you flip it whenever it takes damage, and then the next flip is death. Okay. That's what I'm guessing. Now drag a grenade over to here, I guess. Oh, no, we're here. Okay. Nice. Grenades explode in intersections between squares and can affect up to 4 units. Oh, that's useful. Roll 2 dice. So grenades have 2 dice, then? I guess so. Nice! Wasn't too bad. I'm sure it was rigged from the get-go, so I could not lose, but yeah. Okay. Okay, so there you have it, a very brief look at the game. What I'm going to do is just put a cut in the video right now and then cover the other 3 scenarios in a future video. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.